I wanted to come on here and talk about this story that's coming out of Oregon. It's not really well known. It should be, because I can see this being a problem in the future. And let me also start off by saying this. Doesn't this woman look like Edna Mode off of The Incredibles? For those of you who have seen The Incredibles, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And y'all probably like, yes, he looks just like her. But anyway, this woman's name is Kate Brown, and she is the governor of Oregon. And she just signed a bill that suspended two basic subjects that are taught in schools. And those subjects are math and reading proficiency. She suspended it as a requirement for you to graduate from high school. Yet, you want to teach the academy history in these schools. And if you don't, then something's wrong with you. But you want to get rid of the two basic requirements, reading and math? Yeah, they're trying to create some dumbasses out here. I see. But let's get into it. Governor Kate Brown, the Oregon Democrat, signed a bill last month with little fanfare that drops the requirement that high school students prove proficiency in reading, writing, or math before graduation. The Oregonian reported that the governor has seemed to avoid discussing Senate Bill 744. Her move to sign the bill was not public until recently because her office did not hold a signing ceremony or issue a press release. I bet they didn't because they knew people was going to be mad about that, so they did it in silence. The paper also pointed out that the bill was first signed on July 14th, but not added into the state's database until July 29th due to a glitch in the system. The glitch probably recognized that this bill is a glitch. Brown's office did not immediately respond to an after-hours email from Fox News. In June, state lawmakers voted to approve the bill that suspended the requirements for students for 3 years, KATU reported. Foundations for a Better Oregon said in a statement that at the time that the bill was intended to truly reflect what every student needs to thrive in the 21st century. Supporters of the bill insist that considering math and reading essential skills has been an unfair challenge for students who do not test well. The report said the requirement was first suspended at the start of the pandemic. The KATU report pointed out that Republicans have come out against the bill and claimed that it lowers expectations for our kids, but there was some bipartisan support. Charles Boyle, the deputy communications director from Brown's office, told the paper in an email that staff gave the governor's office informed legislative staffers about the bill signing on the day it was passed. He also said that the new standards for the graduation will help benefit the state's Black, Latino, Latinx, Indigenous, Asian, Pacific Islander, tribal, and students of color. The paper reported that the bill could stay in effect for 5 years until new requirements. The paper's editorial staff urged Brown to veto the bill back in June. Now, one thing before I even finish, because there's only a little bit left, let me read the rest of it. Oregon schools were among the last in the country to reopen to in-person instruction due to the pandemic. Our legislators should be focused on how to help students regain the ground they've lost after a year and a half of distance learning and hybrid instruction, not on lowering our standards. So basically what they're saying that this bill came from is from what happened last year, and they want to basically try to help push these students out there by kind of just, it does almost sound like they're trying to coast them on by, which is ridiculous, and it will create, for the lack of a better word, some dummies. Now, I wanted to go back to the part where they were talking about the different groups. They said that the standards he's also said the new standards for graduation will help benefit the state's Black, Latino, Latinx, and basically all non-white people. Is this supposed to be like some kind of a favor or something like that? Because this is just absolutely insane. You want to get rid of the two basic, and as far as I'm concerned, probably two of the most important subject matters in schools. Now, granted, when it came to math, I was not the strongest math person. Like, in every math class that I've ever had when I was in high school, I always got a C. That's why when I graduated from college, I was surprised that the 1 or 2 math classes that I did have, I got a B. I was shocked to actually see that actually happen. But this is dumb. This is silly. And it's no wonder they passed it silently, because they already knew that if they passed, or they tried to do this thing publicly, she would have got laughed off the stage. And interestingly, I give Republicans a lot of flack, but I have to give them credit where credit is due, and them pushing it back against us, because this is absolutely retarded. And see, this is that liberal mindset right here, where they think that they're doing the greater good for other groups of people when they're really not. Like, how does this help black people? I'm only talking about black people right now. How does this help black people? It doesn't. Now, if you really want to know what helps black people, cut the check. That would really help us. But we know they're not going to do that. So, but the question, not the question, but the statement will always come up. It'll always, rise to the occasion. But this is not it. This is not it. I don't know if I have any supporters or subscribers who live in Oregon, but in case I do, y'all need to fight back against this, because this is not helping anybody at all. I don't know who this is supposed to benefit. Because like I said, when they mention specifically non-white groups, black people included, like, that doesn't help if you're just like passing people through. Because then you're going to have the whole affirmative action conversation come up, and it's going to be a whole nother can of worms that you just opened up. This is not, no. Nah, this isn't it. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments.